I was commissioned to read Unluck of the Draw, which is a comedy story. It's about 20 to 25,000 words. I'm not sure which genre to place it in. It takes place in this medieval world where a bunch of crazy, wacky things happen, and the narrator is constantly making jokes about the characters and the situations. And I'm not sure. Maybe you call it a farce or absurdist comedy. I'm not sure. So the our main character is Devin, who is somebody who works really, really hard, and that's the premise. Whatever he does it to an extreme degree. So like he's digging with a spoon, and he digs a tunnel that's 8 miles long. And he's hired to clean some stones. He cleans them so well that it's slippery, and nobody can walk on the road anymore because the road is too slippery. And that's a problem because the king is coming to town. So the king slips on the road and goes all the way through town. The king accidentally drops his wallet. Everybody wants to get rid of Devin, so they give him the quest of returning the king's wallet. And that's a funny idea for a quest. And it was also kind of funny how it was up to him or a random cat, and everybody decided they wanted to keep the cat in town instead. So Devin goes through a field of deadly flowers, and he also fights against like books that haven't been read. So they're called the unread zombie books. I thought that was cute. That was cute. And he went to a town called Glumtown, which was kind of strange. I think the author was trying to make a political commentary here. The idea is that they were mad that there were rich people in charge. And so the poor people overthrew the rich people. They took away all their money, and then they just got rid of it. Now everybody's equal. Now everybody's equally poor. And that sort of explanation comes up like 3 or 4 times. It really gets hammered in. I can't tell if it's supposed to be a dig at socialism or communism or that sort of thing. On one hand, it does seem like that because we're making fun of people that want everyone to be equal. But on the other hand, there are some people who are more equal than others. So it was also poking fun at some of these rich people who pretend to be equal with everybody else. Yeah, so I don't know. I thought that was strange, and yeah, is one joke that just completely fell flat. So Devin is sentenced to basically execution because he has a magic sword, which makes him different from other people, which means he might be better than other people. He's not equal, so they throw him in a pit, and he goes to this underground world where he tries to escape, but they keep capturing him, and he makes friends with this woman named Addie, and this is also a character which didn't land for me. I didn't think this joke was very funny. She just stares all the time. She's just quiet and stares a lot. And that's basically the main joke of her character. She stares a lot, and whenever she gets near a machine, she jumps around and is crazy. So Devin and Addie escape. They go back up to the main world. They meet an elf named Doug, who I don't know how to describe it. It is like if this character wasn't an elf, I would have no idea. This could have been a normal human. I wouldn't have been able to tell the difference. They all go to the capital where Devin meets a dog. That's really the one that's in charge. And the dog is really glad he returned the wallet, and he lets Devin go get a free t-shirt from the Royal Gift Shop. And on the way home, they discover a sinister plot by the evil Lord Sinister, who is trying to overthrow the throne, and then they try to get into a fight with him, and I believe he's defeated, and yay, they all get to live happily ever after in Devin's village. And that's basically the story. There are a couple of jokes I think I missed, like when they first arrive at the palace, there's sort of a really long who's on first segment where no one's here. What? There's somebody named No One. The joke is that their names are like, somebody, nobody, jokes like that. There's a singing sword, which was somewhat amusing. I kind of prefer the random singing sword in the Percy Jackson series. I think I think there are two of them in the Percy Jackson series. Like there's one in Magnus Chase where his sword does silly stuff, and then in the Apollo books of the Percy Jackson one, his sword talks in Shakespearean English, and so those are both sword jokes. This one, the sword joke is in this book the sword is singing. That's the joke of the sword. Actually had like a radio buttons on the back. I thought that was funny. So overall, it's a short story. Kind of funny, kind of not. I could see it not being, some people not liking it. I could see some people really being into it. Like I said, that section in the middle didn't really land for me. The glum town with the political commentary, followed by this Addie character, which I did not particularly like. But then they come back, and then they have the undead section, the unread book section, and then the section in the castle, which I thought was great. So I'd say, I'd give this book like 5, 6, or 7 out of 10. I'd have to count. It felt like I wasn't a big fan of like 20% of the way through 50% of the way through. So that was kind of a big section. It was like, and it took a while for me to realize, oh, this is supposed to be a comedy book. I thought it was supposed to be taken seriously. So, those are my thoughts. Overall, kind of liked it. Not really my genre. I've read other books in this genre. I haven't really liked them that much. Got some of the joke references in this one, though, so that was good. Anyway, thanks for watching.